Such a fantastic song. Such a fantastic song. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Underground Albums, where we review upcoming artists' body of work. Greetings, fellow party people from all places, all spaces, and all kinds of races. Hope we're all doing well. Welcome back to another video. It's been a minute since I recorded. I didn't realize that many days passed. Time flies fast when you're busy. I apologize, but the show keeps moving. Today we're with another. We have a bunch of albums that I need to review, and this one I wanted to tackle because this one invites a lot of conversation. DRETL, GSU graduate, a person I reviewed a couple years ago. One of the better rappers that I reviewed, had some of my favorite songs that are no longer on streaming platforms. So this video will also act as a petition to try to get all dogs go to heaven and don't want to rap back on streaming platforms, because that changed my that was generation. Since then, a lot has happened with DRETL, and I don't really like to ramble and preface a lot of stuff before reviews, but I feel like this one needs it. DRETL, at the current time of recording, is the season 2 winner of Rhythm and Flow, a show designed to put the upcoming talent of a rapper, specifically put them through a bunch of competition through judges and see who comes out on top, essentially. Season 2, DRETL was on, and ended up not only making it far in the show, ended up winning the whole thing. Now, of course, this win sparked a lot of controversy. Like, if you were anywhere around, you saw the controversy. A fan base divided in two. There were lots of people criticizing the win, criticizing the show, criticizing Dre, questioning the authenticity of his win, in the midst of him doing this, all while he was competing on the show, trying to graduate college. With him now being someone who won the show and then graduated college, Georgia State, he was kind of on his way out when I was on my way in. All the contestants on the show had been releasing projects. You had J Taj release an EP. You had Detroit Diamond do a bunch of stuff. You had a lot of people just go and do out and release projects, except Dre, who had been quiet ever since his win. Now, that is obviously two external factors, and what's his business is his business. But a lot of people were left waiting, wondering what was going to happen. And with the album being pushed back due to clearance issues and a multitude of different things that were beyond his control, the album finally came out, or we finally saw songs from DRETL from a small EP called 717, which would later be followed by the long-awaited album that everybody had been waiting for. And with not that much pre-marketing on it, it was left, I personally, in the midst of all this, was left very like, okay, we'll see what's going to happen. Now, I want to offer my perspective on these things because, I am no way claiming to be somebody that's like, bro, I was there since the beginning of Dre, and that's my twin, yada, yada, yada. We're boys. We're cool. We talk whenever we see each other. It's cool. I don't want to make this a video about trying to ride coattails or nothing, because I see a lot of people quite frankly doing it. From my observations of him and watching the show, I can say that show, I don't believe, reflected the best abilities of what DRETL is. I feel like he did well on the show, and he won the show. Like, he did his thing, especially on the battle rap. Like, the battle rap, come on, we knew what it was. We get DRETL get. I did notice that due to the time constraints and everything, and the short deadlines and everything, it does not maximize the ability of how good DRETL actually is. And while people may call into question his win, a lot of people, and while that hype has severely died down since then, I do want to preface and say that, like, when these competitors win any of these shows, it'd be The Voice, Masked Singer, all these people, and there's any left with big critique, we have to understand one major thing. It ain't Dre's fault. Like, he didn't pick the show. Like, he got picked up and he was doing his job. So I think the outrage is what is natural to the public. I think they're taking it out on DRETL, which is natural for the public to do, is quite unfair. but such is life at the same time. And watching me personally, watching him in close quarters, we'll be at house parties. He'll be rapping, or we'll be hanging out in a freestyle green space at Georgia State, and he'll rap his ass. Like, the guy is not someone to be taken lightly. And now with the album out, I have to be honest. I've listened to it twice. First time was like when it first dropped. That one I was like, I always need like 3 listens to really get a good judge on certain things, unless I'm like in this space, ironically. The second time, I can't remember who I was with. I listened to it again, and I still wasn't listening to it with the critical lens that I feel like I should. Because there were a few records that I vaguely remember, and these were months ago. With this album coming out, when did it come out? It came out in July, and it being September. It's been a minute since I've heard this. And usually I'm able to digest projects better when I am sitting here recording. I don't know what it is. I think it's just the mindset I click into. So here we are. We're going to listen track by track. If you want to check out DRETL's new album, Even When I Win, which is out now on all platforms, be sure to go give him a follow. Go give him support. Saying that is hilarious considering he has like 117K followers, and I have on the Smokesworth podcast not even 1,000, and then on Dark Side Music not even 2,000. But if you want to go support him. He's a hardworking dude, talented dude, great guy. Him and his people have supported the channel for a minute, so it's please pay that forward. I will say off of first glance, before I listen to a song, all the records, majority of the records off the 717 EP, which I didn't mind that EP. None of them are on the album, which leaves me very intrigued upon recollection of how he approached this in terms of the rollout and everything. So yeah, sorry, very long-winded intro. Again, I will leave timestamps down below so you can skip my rambling and get to the music. First track is called Even When I Win.
DRETL, hey. Look, all the gas, I got too much to prove. Them niggas mad about a choice that I didn't choose. It's like I owe so much, even when I pay my dues. How they talking down, it feel like even when I win, I lose. Yeah, it feel like even my line started talking about I changed up, I changed for the better. All them niggas on the same stuff. Oh, you mad? Cause I'm lit, done piss me off, I'm on my shit, yeah. I'm just trying to give them something they can feel, nigga. For real niggas, DRETL not made for the TV, I'm a trench baby. Know you want a man, so you can't even.
He sound like Boss Man Dito a little bit. That 808 is crazy. I'm not mad at it. Nobody. I remember this part. Yep. I am not a fan of that like low bass. That shit is like kind of mid. I ain't gonna lie. That 808 though. Oh my god. Okay. First record. Even When I Win. Lots of energy. Flows. DRETL talking about how, dealing with the criticisms of the public, of which I was talking about before. And, explaining that like even when he feels like he won, he lost something. He lost like almost as if he was better off not winning it, because he wouldn't have been as criticized as much as he's been. Dealing with the critics and not being used to the world being on your, like, having eyeballs on you. That is certainly an adjustment period, and I feel for Dre on that. He raps with a lot of passion on this record. Definitely sounds like Boss Man Dilo a lot. Like, to me, it turns like the inflections, especially when he gets up there. Nothing wrong with it. I think it's a solid record. It's a solid start, and we'll see how this continues throughout the record. Because of what I will say, from the vague things I remember, I hope that the whole album isn't just about the public critique, because I feel like DRETL is much better than just talking about it. I think he has a lot more layers to him. But I'm gonna have to get refreshers as I listen. First track is not bad at all. That initial bass, not the 808. The 808's great, but that like synth bass, that little bow bow bow, I just feel like it's very thin. Not the biggest fan of. But your standard trap anthem, hype beat. I will say, shout out to the one and only DJ Burn One for mixing this entire project. I do know that. I do remember that he mixed this entire project and then like produced 2 tracks on here. You know, Burn One, my glory, like the glorious one, the goat, my goat. Next track is Hate to Motivation. Oh, this lady finna get on some Drake. We get Drakey.
It's DRETL, yeah.
Oh my god. Oh! Oh, this is about to get wavy. Oh, this is hard. Hold on. This beat is nasty. Oh.
Believe on the one, but I'm not one of them niggas. I'm not none of them niggas. If you ain't been where I been, how the fuck you tryna come for a nigga for real? Look, like how the fuck you tryna come for a nigga? Nigga, all I did was stay down whole time, 10-toe, Westmart, Flex Pay, tryna keep the rent low. They don't even know shit. I guess a nigga off beat cause I hit a flow switch. Now my flow switching, but if it's me against the world, the whole globe tripping. When I came in this game, I was trying to be
the whole globe tripping.
You don't never understand you when you so different. Staying in my own lane, turn to omission. They want attention on the net, but don't want no tension. Little bitch, I'm rapping till I'm 60, I don't want no pension. I probably fuck around, delete Instagram, but I don't give a fuck about no mentions. I always knew I was gonna make it, my nigga.
I ain't gonna lie, that felt that's a very Kanye West bar about talking about the attention thing. What was it? It was I think it was like off a Future album. You don't want no attention, boy. You just want attention. I'm gonna pop up at your house if you pop up in my mention.
And all I had was one hollow. If you don't like me, log out, bitch, unfollow. On my mama want respect, I don't want sorrow. Yeah, nigga. I want
this
respect.
Is a lot.
Potential ain't stopping till this shit certain. If I eat my nigga feet, they getting half of the platter. They talking down on my name, but I just laugh at the chatter.
Oh my god, chill.
I know the real ones gon' feel that.
Oh my goodness. What a vibe. Yeah, that's my one. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's fire. That's that rap. Again, same topic. And I'm not mad at it. We're just getting into it. Hate to Motivation. I ain't mad at it at all. Like the rapping is slick. Very like dark, drowned out beat, tasteful drums. He flowing and he just venting. He venting out his frustrations. He talking about he needs his flowers. He said, bro, if you don't like me, why is you paying attention? I don't need that energy around me. I need good energy. I need good vibe. I like it. I like this a lot more than even when I win though. Like this one, yeah, this one going on. This going on the play. Next track is called Belive the Hype. I think they misspelled believe, but it's okay. Maybe that's part of the song. Believe the Hype. Oh my god, I think I know that sample. Yeah, you definitely had to get that cleared. Oh my god, this might be a blind man. Wait a minute. This is such an interesting pocket for him. Talk your shit. Talk your shit. Can I just say, it's, I don't know if it's Dre specifically, but this is just a thing about me. That ramble rap, I'm not the biggest fan of. I don't know. I feel like there's a way to do tasteful, add extra words and stuff. And this is just the style of a song he's doing. I don't think necessarily Dre's doing this song, this style rap bad. I'm just not the biggest fan of it. I feel like this song is right now also lacking a coherent hook. The energy, fantastic. But not the biggest fan of it right now.
What they gonna do with that? Yeah, what they gonna do with me? I said, what they gonna do with me? I'm destined for this shit, even the blind can see. Okay, I step back on my heart and shit, reflect about my life. Long days and cold nights, nigga. Had to get it right, nigga. On my mama shit that happened overnight.
It just feels very freestyle. So that one's great production. I like the production. It's cool. It's hype. I really would like. I hope this whole album isn't like a bunch of trap beats, because it's like, again, I feel like Drake again could really shine better on different styles of production, certainly more soulful than anything. But again, I'm not mad at that, and I don't think there's anything Dre technically did wrong on that song. It's just not my personal favorite, and we all have preferences, so in no way am I saying that song is bad. It just probably isn't my cup of tea. I think especially with the fact of it having kind of a messy hook ish, I feel like this song feels the most freestyle out of the three that I've heard. And there's certain parts that feel very rambly-ish and very like all over the place a little bit. Like, and I mean that in the sense of delivery rather than it is topically, because topically it feels like decently succinct. But I think it just, I don't know, it just does, this one feels the most all over the place. Like, and that hook does not feel like sticking all the way. So I'm not the biggest fan of that record. But if someone were to tell me that's one of their favorite joints, I can understand why. Next track is called Melodies, featuring Dono. Oh, we getting low key. We getting.
Yeah.
I think this is Burn One. Burn 1's record. Yes, it is.
Okay, shadow on my heart, but I can't.
Yes, it is.
Fuck you on my shoes and you can't walk in them. My DNA is in my genes, but this shit not in them. Okay, shadow on my heart, that's what she telling me. I can't give away my heart, I give you melodies. Said I can't give away my heart, I said we both know he was never me. I wear my ass off for this shit, but it was never free. Yeah, I put in work that they don't ever see. Told that girl can't give away my heart, I gave her melodies and what she wanted, but
where's the melody?
Okay, how about they let him in? Yeah. How about they let him through? So they can back up all that shit they say but never do. Little bitch, I came up from
he just explains his bars too much. This aged like wine, because they just won the chip. That really is the hook? What? That's the chorus?
I can't give away my heart, I might just let you lease it.
Oh my.
Too many say they love me, we no longer speak. Shit be crazy, how you praying?
Why she sound like that? She's sliding.
This nigga want my heart, but he cannot get it. She for that nigga.
Oh my god, she is sliding this motherfucker.
Okay, shadow on my heart, but I can't give it.
Bro, what? Yeah, that bossa nova sample hard. Shout out Burn One on the production for that one. Okay, I ain't gonna lie, Dre. I love you. Listen, I'm gonna keep, but I am going to keep it so real. Someone should have let her take the hook on this record or something, cause Dono slid you off your own song. And listen, Dre, you're great, but brother, there is not enough words to describe what she just did to that. Like the swag and the vocal tone just matched it better. I think, especially after hearing her and then going back to Dre with just him having just a very particular sound and tone, she's very enthralling with the way she approached this song. And I feel like if she did the hook with that level of sauce that she brought, oh my god, this record would be crazy. And for this song to be called Melodies, yet the only semi-coherent melody is in Dono's part, is concerning. Like, she said she want my heart, I gave her melodies. I cannot tell you the melody. Like, there is no melodies in this record really besides the beat, but like, and then like her auto-tune crooning, which was crazy. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know how I feel about the hook, man. I don't know. I'm gonna keep it real. We can't all hit 100. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm not the biggest fan of this one, Dre. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it real. Next record is one of the singles off of this, called "Like I Never Left." Oh, okay, hold on. Let me shut my mouth. Let me shut up, because I don't know who I'm talking to. Is this really him for it? Yeah. When I rap, they get awoken. Yeah, let me shut up. Who am I talking to? This him. I'm not a fan of the mix on this. Bro, why is his vocals so goddamn hot? Whoa, boy, they aggressive as hell. Boy, them stacks is hot as hell. Saturated as hell. Boy, he mixed this in A. He mixed this in the A room. I know he did. I know they did. I think it's just such a different mix than like out of all the other records, which is what's like really throwing it off. Like I might be tripping, but like, bro, that shit is hot. Like, oh my god, like chill.
I'm making niggas rap again. And true is nigga that you know. I think that's why they tapping in. Come on.
Trevethius TL, Dre Scott. What? Wait, what? What? Yeah. Dre TL's Utopia. Stop playing. It's Dre TL world. Astro Dre TL. What are we talking about? Michael Dean, get with the program.
I'm still trying shit. That's why. It's not even about the music being all the way 100% good. I'm trying. I'm still trying.
Amen. That's real. That's real. That's very real. Hey, bro, it's all about trying. It's all about that. But again, I gotta be honest about this record. It's a cool song. The sample, initial beat drop is cool. Again, that hook is not the greatest. Like, I feel like this is a reoccurring thing where these hooks are very like verse-ish, which I get it. You're a rapper. It's gonna happen. But I also just, I don't know. It feels, again, very rough around the edges, which could be aesthetically the point, with Dre TL himself being very rough around the edges, especially portrayed like that on the show at least. But yeah, that mix on that is hot as shit. Like, them stacks is like really in your face. You want to say to drop a bump. Like, it feels very boxy to me. And then a random, very Mike Dean, Travis Scott middle section. Okay, I don't mind being adventurous, but I don't know if that was coherent enough for me to like it. Like, I think they really just did slap two songs together, but the parts were cool. That one was perplexing. I don't know how I feel about that one. Oh god, people are gonna come for me after this review. Look. Next record is called Don't Call It a Comeback.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I tell you what? His instrumental palette is like impeccable though. Oh my god. Oh, he might say he gonna slide this. He's gotta slide this. Please.
They should have come back, but I never left. Why would I ever leave? That day you'll never see. I'm done with prize pitch, nigga. I'm trying to bet on me. Ground up. Then have to bite no nigga style. I made my sound up. Just like a clock. Look, they always gotta sound tough. I never needed to. One man
tell what his pen is something different.
You gotta pay to play, my nigga, gotta play to win. I'm serving niggas, okay, fuck it, on they way to then. I guess I'm about to cater them. Wake up motivated, nigga, I can't let the haters win. What you prayed for, don't forget you gotta pray again. Come on, pray. Yeah.
Oh, this is a vibe. I like this one. I like this one. This is a good one. He did his thing with his broken emotions. When I rap, they get awoken. Like, this, it's real rap. Come on.
I know them real ones gonna feel that.
Come on.
Go tell them niggas that
Come on. Why didn't he call this album like Unspoken Emotions at this point? Like, he says that in front of almost every record. It is hard every time. Like, that's how he need to kick off the album. I got the unspoken emotions. When I rap, they get awoken. Like, he should have, boy, this package should have been different. This album should have been called Unspoken Emotions. Real rap. I like that one. I can't lie. That was a good one. I like it. I don't remember liking that one off of first listen, but now listen back to it. I like that one a lot. Like the vibe is great. Again, he has very clever writing in these, but I just feel like he's inherently talking about the same thing, just 15 different ways. And I feel like he could like dig into some other topics. Like, I'm someone that's always going to challenge the writers and challenge people as someone who is like, who does artist development myself. My whole thing of this being your debut album, like your debut album. Granted, he did have an album before this, which again, I am petitioning for All Dogs Go to Heaven and Don't Want to Rap to come back on streaming platforms. I am so serious, Dre, or send me the file, because I'm not playing about. I'm just like, there's so much more you could introduce about yourself. And right now, I feel like a lot of it is related to the same thing of just the criticism that he faced and the backlash he faced. Granted, something really big, something meaningful to talk about, something that if you can expand upon differently upon, you can make a project about it. I mean, you've seen Logic do it over a series of different projects. The quality of them vary, but it can happen and it can be done effectively. I'm just looking at it like, I feel like he can do more. I feel like he can do more. Next record is called Look Me in My Eyes.
Yeah.
That bass is growling, man. Are we getting another Drake record type of? Okay, hold on.
DRETL,
This might be another Hate to Motivation. Hold on, this might be my thing.
When I rap, they get a welcome. Come on.
See, I'm not tripping. This should be called the album.
Hey, look me in my eyes. I've been out here trying to get it. I can't even lie. Get a check, I'm trying to flip it like Simone Biles. I've been going through some shit, but I can't even cry.
Ooh,
Go push up on them niggas with a Drake. Them niggas not like us.
that's crazy.
Ease my mind from all the stress. I need some CBD. Ain't by the money, ain't trying to tap. Bitch, I'm not GBT. Come on, I don't be in the midst. I be out the way, lay it back. But she ain't believe in me. Yeah.
Boy, that bass is big as hell.
I've been out here trying to get it. I can't even lie.
Bro, he needs to simplify these hooks. That killing me.
Real recognize real. We can't identify. Take a trip back to the hood. Say we ain't civilized. When niggas down, go to jail, man. I can't even cry. Now I'm my own hood. That shit too gentrified.
Damn.
Look me
Damn. That's real rap. Let's go. Hold on. Hold on. This your inflection. Get in your bag. Okay. Hold on. That was kind of weak. That is such a hard line. With a Drake, is not like us. That's so crazy. This one's better. This one's a better record. I still like still rough around the edges. I don't know if it's a record I would come back to personally, but that was better. Lyrically, I feel like he was getting a little bit somewhere. He's getting a little bit somewhere that I like it. I think that vibe really suits him really well. Really good drum pattern. Really good melody. Like those dark melodies really apparently are like his thing. I like when he gets very diaristic and it's not just about, the critiques. I think when he gets very introspective or when he gets very when he gets really introspective and deep in thought and like expands upon ideas that because a lot of it I feel like is very touch and go due to the fact that just trying to keep the energy of certain records. But man, that's better. That's a lot better. I like it. I'm not mad at it. This next record is called Til Death Do Us Part.
DRETL, hey.
Is this a burn one? Is this burn one? This sounds like. Oh my god!
In my bag, yeah, ho, I got the biggest duffel. Courtside at the house, Burn got a triple double. In the locker room and don't play ball, nigga. The way these niggas get to hating like they pay y'all niggas. Commentating ass board in Times Square. I never been to New York. I got hella people showing.
Talk your talk, bro.
You rocked out 20,000. Super lit, charged up like junk cable. At the arena, shit started at the lunch table. Fuck fashion on the jet fit bummy. Been having paint, one with the art, not worried about streaming. DRETL and shit, that's how I dealt with it, nigga.
Woo!
Yeah.
Talk that generational wealth shit.
Til Death Do Us part. I told the gang that we get it, man.
Woo! I like that. Oh, that was it?
DRETL, hey.
That was it. That one I really like the energy of. I didn't mind him going for a little bit longer on that one personally. But that was a good record. Shout out Burn One on the production. Overall, right now, this album doesn't. I'm not really seeing too much of like like a unified theme. Really, it feels like he's either being introspective about touch and go topics, or he's just popping his shit. Which, hey, you know what, Dre? Pop your shit. You have every right to do so. I ain't ragging on that. But I mean, I'm really, I guess I'm just really looking for that really like as someone that's heard DRETL's older stuff that ain't out, and for there's a lot of influx of new fans that probably ain't heard his older stuff or don't there was just a certain type of texture of lyricism and cloth of writing that I heard on those that I feel like, I don't want to say this is because it's commercialized, because I don't want to say that, because I'm not out here being like, oh my god, people go pop now, and now you're not underground, so now you're not good, even though everybody's trying to make enough money, and how you do that is go commercial, but that's a whole different conversation for a different day. I just feel like the cloth and the texture of like the type of writing that he really, really does, he get really busy. Like, cause I've heard him get busy. I see him get busy. I feel like he'll have a line that I'd be like, ooh, there he is. Like, ooh, that's the one. But I'm like, and this just comes from a different perspective. And this is just one perspective. I'm just like, like these are fine. Like, it's not bad. These records aren't bad, but I'm like, I don't know. But hold on, I might be able to eat my words. Hold on, because this next record is called Momma I'm On TV. And whenever rappers talk about their mama, it's usually a classic. Lil Wayne started the Carter 5 with I Love You, Dwayne. And I'm just saying that's one of the greatest albums I've ever heard in my life. Oh, this shit's 6.5 minutes? Oh, wait, hold on. He might wow. Wait a minute. I don't know if I'm ready for this. Okay.
I got the unspoken emotion when I rap, they get a walking.
You better rap, bro. This 6.5 minutes. You better rap.
Hey, mama, when I grow up, I want to be on the TV. Yeah, I want everybody to see me. I want to go to the league and be in
this
one
is
of
a
the
beautiful
music
instrumental.
videos that I seen on the TV. Like Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, Michael B. I want $1 billion and the prettiest girl in the world like Jay-Z, or I could be funny just like Chris Rock.
Okay,
I could be the
I think this is what I've been looking for.
At school they said that you should be a teacher or a cop, a lawyer or a doctor.
This might be what I was looking for.
On TV, mom, I want to be like Tupac. She just looked at me and smiled. Boy, you crazy. What you know about Tupac? Well, actually, I know a lot. I learned his whole.
This reminds me of
story
Stan almost. Like almost.
I want to go to the league and be in one of them music videos they show on MTV. When I get big, I want everybody to know me.
There's just a different texture to this record right now. I'm telling y'all.
Being all of the scenes, I want to play for the team, win titles and rings. I guess I'm gonna be like Shaq, I'm gonna do all of those things. You need mess. Watch the movie about his life by Spike Lee. Bunch of black boys in the city that look just like me. Martin and Malcolm different, but they really the same, you see. Cause all they wanted in this world was for their people to be free. Song Walk with MLK.
This does feel very scholastic a little bit, but I ain't mad. I'm gonna let it rock. Like, his pockets are even different. Huh.
Fighting for a better life, but seeing nothing but death. You faithful, but you paranoid, not knowing what could be next. They stories sound real similar to Biggie and Pop, like really a lot. You just gotta listen and watch. Two people different all, each one got shot. Don't know what was chasing them, but they knew it was something. You know the most scary thing about the story of Dr. King, Malcolm X, Tupac and Biggie really wasn't the death, but really it was the fact they all knew it was coming. Hey mama, I changed my mind. I don't want to be on the TV.
Wow.
I don't want anybody to know me. I don't want people to scream my name.
Wow.
Honestly,
This is what I was looking for.
All I know is I just only want them to praise me. I wanted to be like Kanye, but people gonna call me crazy. I don't want the money just for my people to say it changed me. I don't want to be a rapper. I don't want women in chains. I don't want.
Oh my God.
My pain while throwing dirt on my name, telling me that I changed as if I'm not supposed to grow. So I just always stay the same because I know how it's gonna go. So I'ma just stay in my lane. You can't explain pain. Like after all I did is just the way they remember my name. But if everybody's crazy, I'm the one that's insane. No wonder I guess all the trauma travels straight to my brain. Another black boy shot just like a drop in the rain. My family was making Sunday dinner. I was supposed to be with them. I was supposed to hang out.
Oh my God.
See on ESPN, not CNN. Got shot 3 times. I never shoot a 3 again. So they can make another movie to watch. It's just the same old plot. Another black boy shot. Used to want to be on TV, but I must have forgot. Nah, I'd rather be I got the unspoken emotions when I
What?
Be on TV, and I was scared to even put it out. Cause what it showed me was that no matter how much money you got, no matter how much fame you got, the problems are.
That's the best song on the album. That's the best song on the album. That's the best. That is the best. That is the best song on the album. That is the best. I haven't even heard the full album, but that's the best song on the album. I do not think there's gonna be a better song on there. I can say confidently there. That is the best song on the album. What? That is what I was looking for. Like, oh my god, bruh. That had everything of what DRETL to me is supposed to be. Like, I think he was the most authentic, the most passionate. His pen was the most potent to me. Like, you may not have had like crazy one-liners, but the visual imagery used in that and the way that was constructed has just a different type of texture. I'm just like, that is the best song on the album to me. Like, by a mile. It is not close. That is beautiful. That is gorgeous. Like, that could not have been done any better. Like, that was, to me, that was like one of the perfect songs that he's made. Like, that's up there with All Dogs Go to Heaven and Don't Want to Rap, but that's arguably better than both of them, if I'm being quite honest. Like, there's 2 songs left on this album. I will bet the little money I have and all of my belongings, there is not going to be a better record to me on this album. Like, there's not a better song. I will argue that to the fucking grave. That is a phenomenal job. And that's the type of texture that I look for. I'm just great. That's fantastic. I love that. That is fun. I love that song. Next record, seems like the Posse cut. I think I was seeing some reels about the music video that just got posted about this. I didn't watch it. I didn't have a chance to watch it. Shared about it, but didn't watch it. What They Know, featuring Detroit Diamond, Jax with an X, Jay Activist, and Cali. I do remember this instrumental a little bit though. I ain't gonna lie. This shit. I remember the melody. This.
Yeah, like what they know, what they know about hard times, what they know about taking L, what they know about waiting in line, what they know about staying down and trying to come up all these rounds, like what they know, yeah, what they know, they don't know shit, they don't know shit, hold up,
shaky hook, but okay.
Like what they know about climbing hills, what they know about the motion that I had before the deal. I jumped straight into this shit and I ain't had no training wheels. This shit got dangerous for real. We had to move like Navy SEALs. Now I'm on 10. These niggas out of touch. My shit got sacred feel. Money coming in so well, might end up leaving paper trail.
Where did he learn to rap like this?
What they know about boiling pots, what they know about dodging cops, what they do when bodies drop.
Okay, Detroit. That bar wasn't it, Cali, but your flow was great.
Even if my shoes too big, can't let these niggas take my soul. My folks depending on me. The way I'm shitting on them, I break them up. Trying to blow like a volcano and turn my critics into ash. I don't know what they know, but I know they don't know about crying alone in your car and then going to work like your world isn't crashing.
Oh my. Jax is that. Y'all better stop playing with Jax. Oh my god! Thank God, Drake, because I'm gonna say, you can't let yourself get smoked like this. Okay, let's go. Okay. This is how you rap. Ooh. Oh. Yo. What? What? I don't know where this DRETL's been for like 85% of this album, but bro is wicked. What? That second verse, wow. I kill a beat faster than Donald Trump take. What? Yo. Yo, that's how you rap. That's real rap. I know the real ones gonna feel that. Bro, where was this? Like the whole y'all cannot seriously logistically tell me that this was the same energy as the other records. This is a different I am puzzled. Okay. First of all, when the hell did J Activist, I've listened to a lot of J Activist records. That man has never rapped like that. I have not heard him rap like that. Like, ever. I'm not saying he couldn't do it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I never heard him rap like that. Like, but I mean, hey, save it for the bigger features, man. Detroit Diamond killed it. Cali, I'm very impressed with Cali too. Like the LMNOP bar was not. I ain't gonna lie, that was not a game. Like that's very Murder Mook, the ABC scheme against Big K. You know, got me standing next to A, the B to B. I wave the DE. I'm a F and G. I wave like HIJK. Like nah, bro, nothing, bro. Who had the best verse? I ain't gonna lie. There's something about Jax's energy. What you know about that? Like it was between DRETL's second verse or Jax for me, man. That was good. They all did their thing. That's a great record. That's a great posse cut. Everybody did their thing. First verse, I was like, Dre, this ain't enough. That second verse saved his ass because he was about to get smoked by everybody. The final record we will listen to is called Even When I Lose, in parentheses, Shining.
Yeah.
I'm so curious about why he didn't put any of the other records on the EP on this. Like,
It's DRETL, hey.
I swear there was a record that would have intro this album better, in my opinion.
Dear Dre, I know you going through it, nigga. It's gonna be okay. I hope you know you straight. You trying to make it to the top. I hope skipping class, trying to rap. I hope you graduate. Stop all that pessimistic shit, my nigga. Have some faith. Show yourself some grace. Don't matter.
Where was this the whole album?
This type of art can't trace. Rapping in the basement. You know your name hold weight. Fuck what the gram say. God told you who you is. Fuck what a man say. Make sure your fam straight. Don't try to chase the. You know who you is, but do you know what you did? At 18, packed your bags and moved out of the crib. Came back with a career and a college degree. The youngins with your faith, Mount Everest. Who? Fuck them niggas on the internet. Go talk your shit to them niggas and talking on purpose. Nigga, you more than deserving.
Oh my goodness.
When you got no one to talk to, don't you know who to call? Every time you fall in, come on. Hey, that's real rap.
I know the real ones don't feel that. Oh my god. Okay, I don't know about the ending. I don't know if you did that part. I don't know if you did that. Tyler? Call me if you get lost. Bruh. That's a beautiful record. Very talking to him, his younger self, you know, from a future perspective, and being like, hey bro, stay the course. What's meant for us won't pass us. Again, I'm just so, where was this the rest of the album? All right, that was DRETL, Even When I Win. How do I feel about this album as a whole? And again, I'm going to be, as someone who like is a fan of Dre, I'll say I am a fan of DRETL. You know, as a person first, obviously before the music, but definitely as the music. I have to be honest. After listening to it again, I am very confused. I am very confused because this record being 11 songs, I'm realistically like this. Let me start off by saying this isn't a bad record by any means. I don't think this is a bad album at all. I think there's a lot that people would like from this. I just feel like this was an album that wasn't realized to its full potential. The way the last three, how good the last three songs are, specifically Momma I'm On TV, Even When I Lose, but like really Momma I'm On TV, the fact that song to me stands so head and shoulders above the rest in a sense of the quality. Like that song to me felt the most written out of every record on here. Like I feel like every other record felt very punching, felt very freestyle, felt very messy. That one felt so refined and so mature and so. And again, do you have to be introspective for 12 records? No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying the togetherness of the record itself, from instrumental to mix to content, to the way it was put together. From Melodies, Believe the Hype, Like I Never Left, and then like all these songs which are cool, hit or miss here and there, and then go from Momma I'm On TV, his second verse on What They Know, and Even When I Lose, is like such a drastic quality difference to me. Like, it's just like, that is not, to me, that is what, if I'm looking at this album as someone who watch, I'm like, that's actually DRETL to me. I don't know or understand the packaging of this album now, and I don't know how like the song choice. I don't know who chose what to be on the album. I don't know what his team was. But I even remember listening to the EP. Why wasn't God Forbid the opener to this album? Why wasn't it called fucking Unspoken Emotions? Like, what? You mean to tell me this one went hard as an intro? You mean to tell me that this one went hard?
That nigga, what you gonna do with that? You already spent that, nigga. The world wanna see you. You should post more. Why you don't ever say a lot? They wanna know more. You a little too humble. You need to boast more. What the fuck you even want that damn TV show for? Round with a show for it, but nothing to show for it. Stop doubting yourself, nigga. Just go for it, nigga.
What?
Everything you ever hoped for. You gotta give your all to this shit, so you got no more, nigga. Damn.
Are we serious? I'm just so perplexed. I am so befuddled. What? I don't even know if I'm mad at the music. I'm more just mad at the packaging. Like, I'm like, what? But, you know, regardless, that's the album. Like, that's connected to my confusion on this, but that's like, might be a separate conversation. I don't know. I'm just like, what? I feel like there was a lot of things missed on this album. Like, again, I get it. He's a rapper, but for the love of God, can someone write a hook? Like, I can't recall a hook on this album. I can't. Like, and maybe it's not his goal to make a hit. Maybe it's not. It's fine. But I think if you want certain, and this is going to be, and for DRETL, for what it is, especially he talked about in certain records that he's going to be focused on building a certain type of fan base, which is fine. That works. It's just for your rappers niggas. Like, I'm not mad at that, and I love those type of rappers. But I'm looking at it on the level of, this is your introduction album, and coherently, like, your majority of the album was spent talking about how you were critiqued by the public, which is fine if you do it in a bunch of different ways. And I feel like a lot of it was very like, man, y'all hating, I got money. Which, to be fair, you're $250,000 richer than me, so who am I to talk? But I'm just saying, like, I feel like there was a lot of more ways to approach who he is creatively, because he then proceeded to do it. So this isn't me just fabricating it. He literally did it with Momma I'm On TV. He then did it with Look Me in the Eyes on bits and pieces. He, like, Hate the Motivation. Like, I feel like we learned a lot about DRETL's response to his public winning, in a sense, but we didn't learn a lot about DRETL as a whole, besides a few highlighted moments. I think he has a lot of great one-liners. I think there's a lot of great iconic bars you can call back. You know, push up on them niggas with a Drake, them niggas not like us. Merker beat faster than Donald Trump, take homies lives away. Like, those are crazy lines, viral lines. And he'll have one or two lines there. But I think for overall, when you're looking at the coherency of this album, I think it's very lackluster. I feel like he gets outdone by every feature. Like, Dono, like, I ain't gonna lie, the sauce that woman applied, to be fair, I don't think there really ain't too many people, like, major artists that could match that level of sauce that she put on that record. That was something different. But even the song Melodies itself doesn't make any sense. Like, for that to be like, Shorty gave my heart, Shorty wanted my heart, I gave her Melodies. Yeah, you cannot tell me a coherent melody on the song doesn't make sense. I feel like he would have maybe had, like, benefited from somebody else taking the hook on this in terms of writing or in terms of just singing him. Like, have a shorty sing it. Literally pull Eminem. That's been one of Eminem's greatest critiques, that he cannot write a hook to save his life anymore. Who does he have? Skylar Grey. Yeah, I think the energy on certain records is good. I think his energy and passion on the records that really make him him, I think, are really, really more authentic. I feel like at times the other ones still feel very awkward. Like, I feel like Believe the Hype is very awkward. And granted, it is not my taste per se, but I still feel like it's a lot more rough around the edges. Because again, I call back to Momma I'm On TV. His passion and the way it grew and he changed with the record, he could have did that for all these records dynamically. And I feel like it wasn't maximized to the level of which it was. For whatever reason, it just wasn't maximized, I feel like, to the ability it could have been. Overall, though, I think this is still a quality project. I think there's a handful of records I would take away from this. But in the end, I definitely am feeling like wanting more. And I feel like after, like, when based on, like, and I'm sure there was life circumstances and all these other things that came into play, but when there was a lack of pre-hype promo, really, and there was silence on his end in terms of pre-hype promo, that can be a good and a bad thing. It can be a good and a bad thing because you're watching all the other contestants immediately drop projects, immediately drop records, immediately go on to perform shows, do all these things. Where Dre, I think prior to the album coming out, he performed maybe like twice. One of them at Center Stage, one of them I think somewhere else. I think at a Detroit Diamond thing, if I remember correctly. And from there, you're like, okay, well, Dre, the one who won the show, has been really quiet, so we're all waiting on him. Everybody else is moving except him, which is not the end of the world if the project is worth the wait. And that's when it comes to the challenge of, like, you're really gambling on this album being like such a smash for who you are to your fan base to be enough to be like, yeah, this was worth the wait. This is what took so long. And again, I feel like there were certain records on 717 that, like, I would swap some of these records on that. Like, bro, if he opened this album with 717, bro, it sets the tone for the whole album. Even Graduation, like, Gav gave my all. Like, I don't know. Overall, a solid project. I am left to wanting more. I am intrigued to see where he goes from here. Shout out to all the parties involved for a quality project. If I had to give this an honest rating, strong 5 to a light 6. That's how I'm feeling. If you guys want to check out the full album down below, I'll leave a link down below. Be sure to go stream it, go support, go give him a follow because he's super talented, super dope guy. Go give him your support. This underground album is called Even When I Win by DRETL. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. My name is Darkside, producer, engineer, artist development coach. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves. I love yous. Bye-bye.